It was just another lonely morning for Rian. He walked to the edge of the lake like he did every day, his fishing net dragging behind him. The sun had just begun to rise, casting golden ripples across the water. He hadn't caught a fish in weeks. His small wooden hut creaked in the wind behind him, and his stomach growled. His wife was gone. His son was gone. All he had left was silence. Then, suddenly, the water moved. Not a splash. A wave. A swirl, as if something deep, something ancient, was waking up. And then he heard it. A voice. Soft. Gentle. Impossible. Rian. He froze. The wind stopped. No one had said his name in years. He looked into the water and saw two glowing eyes staring back at him. A fish. A silver fish. Smiling. And from that moment, nothing in Rian's life would ever be the same. Story: The Man and the Magical Fish. Rian had lived by the lake his entire life. A quiet man, known only for his skill with nets and his silence. People in the village said he had once been joyful, full of laughter and stories. But that was before the storm. Before the river flooded and took away his wife, Amina, and his little son, Danny. Since that day, Rian lived alone. Speaking to no one. Fishing not to live, but simply to remember. But on that strange morning, when the silver fish spoke his name, the air itself seemed to shift. It wasn't just a dream. He had seen it. He had heard it. The fish was no ordinary creature. It was nearly the size of his arm, its scales shimmering like glass. Its eyes were deep blue, like the ocean. And its mouth moved not just to speak, but to express. "Why do you cry inside, Rian?" the fish asked. Rian fell backward, his heart pounding. "What are you?" he whispered. "I am the one who listens. The one who finds those who have lost too much." He laughed nervously. "So I've gone mad." "No," said the fish. "You've been found." Rian wanted to walk away. But something in the fish's voice held him still. The fish spoke again. "You helped a stranger once. Years ago. Do you remember?" Rian blinked. A memory flickered. An old beggar, injured by the roadside, bleeding in the rain. Rian had taken him to his home, fed him, and healed him. Days later, the man disappeared. "You?" Rian asked. "No," said the fish. "But someone noticed. And now I'm here to offer you one chance." Rian stared. "A chance for what?" "To ask for anything. Except gold." "I want nothing," Rian muttered, turning away. The fish swam closer. "Then let me show you what you forgot to ask for." The fish vanished into the water with a splash. Rian stayed up all night. The next morning, he found something strange outside his hut, his son's old toy boat. The one lost during the flood. Perfectly dry and sitting on his doorstep. He picked it up. It was impossible. That evening, the fish returned. "You lost your family to the flood," the fish said. "But they didn't drown." Rian's eyes widened. "What are you saying?" "They were taken. Not by death, but by fate. I buried them myself." "Only 2 bodies were found," the fish replied. "The boy's was never recovered." Rian felt a fire stir inside him. "Where is my son?" "Far," the fish said. "But not gone." Over the next 7 days, the fish told Rian stories. Of the sea. Of ancient powers. Of creatures who protect children lost in disasters. Carrying them to secret places deep in the jungle or hidden in mountains, safe. But forgotten. One story chilled Rian to his bones. "There is a temple beyond the forest," the fish said, "guarded by silence and shadow. Inside is a child who never forgot your face. Take me to him," Rian begged. "You must go alone," said the fish. "And the path is deadly." "I don't care." The next morning, Rian left everything behind, his hut, his nets, his memories. He entered the forest, guided by dreams the fish had placed in his mind. He faced wild dogs, crossed rivers, slept beneath trees haunted by whispers. He nearly gave up. Until he saw it. A small stone temple, covered in vines. At its entrance sat a man in white robes. "I've been waiting," the man said. Rian fell to his knees. "Is my son here?" The man nodded. "But he does not remember who he is. He was barely 6 when the water took him." Rian wept. "But you can remind him," the man said. "Only if your heart is still pure." Inside, Rian saw the boy. Dark hair. Bright eyes. Playing with a wooden boat. His heart nearly burst. "Danny," he whispered. The boy turned. His eyes widened. "Papa." The reunion shook the jungle. It was as if nature itself sighed with relief. But the man in white warned, "You must choose. Take him with you and forget the fish forever. Or let him stay, and the fish will give you one final gift." "I want nothing else," Rian said, hugging his son. "Only this." Rian returned to the lake with his son. The villagers watched, stunned. The quiet man had become whole again. No one ever saw the fish again. But every morning, Rian and Danny would walk to the water's edge. And sometimes, just sometimes, when the light hit the surface just right, they could see a flash of silver beneath the waves. The end.